And new legal action after a man was severely beaten by a West Palm Beach police officer. This happened in 2019. That officer was later charged in the case, and Local 10's Sanella Sabovic tells us about the federal and the state lawsuit now being filed.
It's a nightmare for him, but I'm trying to cope with it.
It's been almost 4 years since this rough arrest at a West Palm Beach convenience store. John Monroe was left bloodied and bruised as seen in this mugshot immediately after the incident. Sitting next to his attorneys, he talks about how that has traumatized him.
I changed my life completely. I was strong, moving around, healthy. Now I'm going to even help myself.
Monroe was at the Food Plus market when police were called on him for trespassing.
There's nothing in that call that talks about anyone who's dangerous, anyone who is violent.
Officers Nicholas Lordy and James Lou Charles responded. They asked for his ID, and while they're running it, Monroe and Lordy are left alone. Monroe tells us 2 years ago when we first met him that when he went to ask for his ID, that's when things escalated.
Then Mr. Nicholas take a high leap and jump on my back and punch me in my face and slap me on top of the car.
That moment is captured on police body cam video. Monroe's back is turned away from Officer Lordy. Monroe didn't appear to be resisting. He didn't see the officer coming. In the police report, Lordy says Monroe was yelling obscenities at a pedestrian, and that's when he grabbed him from behind and put him on the patrol car to handcuff him. The West Palm Beach Police Department requested the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to investigate. They ended up arresting Lordy last year on 1 count of aggravated battery. Shortly thereafter, the charge was dropped by the state attorney's office due to insufficient evidence to support a criminal prosecution.
He has not received any apology whatsoever or any compensation. Meanwhile, Nicholas Lordy is still on duty.
Today, attorneys with Kelley Uustal law firm have filed 2 separate lawsuits on Monroe's behalf. A federal one claiming Lordy used excessive force on Monroe, and a state suit filed against the president of the West Palm Beach Police Department's union, claiming Adam Myers defamed Monroe in an official statement to the press.
Adam Myers and the police union called John a violent felon. John has never been violent, does not have a record of being violent.
Monroe says he simply wants the officers held accountable.
Justice. I need the system to be right.
We've reached out to the West Palm Beach Police Department and to Adam Myers to get their responses to these lawsuits that were filed. We have not heard back from them just yet. Once we do, we'll keep you posted. For now, that's the very latest here out of Fort Lauderdale. Sanella Sabovic, Local 10 News.